What up, what up, what up, what up? Look who's back. Look who's back. Welcome to the Dad's Corner. This is a special edition, middle of the week, recording middle of the day. Both got our red on, supporting different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me introduce this guy who's sitting here on the other side. Got that double cup going. Tony with the keys. Taking a little bit of a break, get back in with the dealership, get everything going, get it organized, get it straightened up, and then he's back. He's blessed us with some time here, so we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about why he's got his coffee cup doubled up like that.
Look, I have never stopped double cupping ever since I found out that double cup brought you double luck. Then I've been double cupping.
That's some dealership stuff right there. I used to do that in college with my solo cups. That way you could keep up with how many you had. Yeah. So when you got to where you couldn't count them, that when you can't count them, you're like, oh, I need to bring it back. You got to slow it down.
That's where it all starts, like, of course. And I don't know. I just, woke up this morning and decided to be excellent. So I double cupped it up today.
Well, let's get out, dude.
How have you been, bro?
Man, I've been good. I've been.
Go ahead.
What do you think? What do you think?
I love it. I love Dad's Corner, Jason's friends. Like it's dope, bro. Like it's been so good. Great conversations. Yeah, I've been listening. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm getting ready. This is the last time you're gonna see this stuff back here. I'm getting ready to redo this whole room. This is going to be the Dad's Corner. I'm going to position right over there in that corner. So it's going to be like legit, like we're in the corner. So going to try to get it set up because although everybody likes a good tablecloth looking bedspread, it's not really giving the vibe that I'm wanting.
No, so, I get it. So I'm about to do something in this office. I'm about to green screen this whole back all this back here, and then I've got some stuff I'm working on at the house, like I'm turning my garage into the Dad's Corner as well. So we're gonna be able to do this anytime we have something important to talk about. I think that's going to be important for us to be able to hop on no matter where we are. If we have 10, 15, 20 minutes to hop on and like give our take on certain things. And so I'm excited to start to really just take this Dad's Corner to the next level. 2025, man, it's upon us.
It's close. Upon us. It's close. Cope comes home every day counting how many days are left till Christmas. For sure. And so I'm like, and once Christmas hits, you got 5 days, and then we're getting ready to start that new year. So, but yeah, so today's going to be, it's not really got like a specific topic. We're talking sports, we're talking life, we're talking all kinds of stuff. So today is going to be all around. It's going to be light. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, we got a little bit of game we're going to play here in just a little bit. There's going to be some controversy. There's going to be some arguing.
For sure.
Especially when we get to a certain sports topic. But let's kick it off with kind of you're in the same boat as me this year. Finally, your team is not great. So what's your original thoughts on the college football? On the playoff?
I like the playoff. I like that there is the playoff specifically, like in general, I like that there is a playoff because it allows us to see like in the tournament style who's that person, because then it's like do or die, whatever brought you to this, whatever position you're in, it's go time. And that's what I love about, college basketball. That's what I love about the NFL now. Like, so, I mean, I love that in college sports, the playoff is perfect.
Yeah, it was, I didn't mind. I think I said this when they first came out with 12. I was like, well, the 13th team's going to be upset. If you go to 16, the 17th team. So we got 64 in basketball, and there's still people upset every year that they
100%.
that they're not in. But this will be a good, depending on how it goes, if the smaller name, the Arizona State, the SMU, like if they make a name for themselves right now, it'll prove that this was a good thing and it worked. However, if they come in and they get steamrolled and you end up with Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Ohio, some of the normal teams, it's going to seem like they're, some of these teams who are right there on the cusp, they got a little bit of an argument to be made.
That's right. It's, it's just one of those things because you have talent in these other places, and because they're not one of those premier schools, they don't get the love. And so I think that it does give them an opportunity to showcase what they are capable of doing, exactly what you're saying, like, and so that's where it's fun. And yeah, it ought to be great. I'm excited about it. Now I've not been really excited about college football. It's been real hard to watch college football. I usually have the game on in my office on Saturdays. I'm here typically on Saturdays. Saturdays are also game day for me. They've been game day for me and for football. Now we're about to go into basketball season, coaching these kids. So I'm like in and out of games, but I watch them on replays. I have not wanted to watch a lot of replays lately
Not a
for
lot to get
one reason,
excited about.
or another. Like, it's just crazy, man. And I knew that the Sooners were in a rebuild, but it's been tough. It's been tough. I feel for Arkansas every year, and now I got Arkansas natives feeling for me, and I'm just like, man, back up.
Well, it sucks for Arkansas because this is how a typical Arkansas season goes. Start off, you beat,
On
hopefully.
fire.
Now, there's been some years
On
that
fire.
there's not, but you beat the first couple no-name teams that you play. You're excited. We're going to go undefeated. It's going to be great. And then you get in, you play the first couple real competition, and you're either going, okay, hey, we're not as bad as we thought, or oh, it's going to be a long season. Like this could take a minute. What kills me about Arkansas is we'll lose games like Oklahoma State, which is a horrible loss. At the time, it didn't seem that bad, but at the end of the year, that's a horrible loss.
That's right.
Then we lose to A&M, which we can never beat A&M. We beat them once, I think, since they joined the conference. And so then you're thinking, all right, well, here we go. Typical year. It's going to be what it's going to be. Then you beat Tennessee, and you're thinking, oh, I mean, we got talent. Like, here we go. This is good. And then it's like up and down. Like, you stay really close with teams and you just can't pull it out. And so I'm getting, it would just be nice. And this transfer portal now is just crazy. Like, all the kids that have already hit and don't have to play the bowl game, like they're already in the portal, and so they're not going to play. And they got to do something with the NIL and the transfer. I'm not saying you got to sit out a year. I always thought that was kind of crazy. But they're going to start having some contracts with this NIL money. You're going to either play all the way through the bowl, or you're going to have to give back some of it, or you're going to have to play 2 years, or you're going to have to give some of it back.
It feels like that's the right move, is to have the contracts in place. I know that they've kind of tried to avoid doing contracts, as far as that's concerned. But there's money involved now. You have to have something in place as a safeguard, so people can't start manipulating games. People can't, because you could be in talks with somebody for the whole year. Like, if you're going to hop into a transfer portal, have you not been talking to them all year?
Yeah.
Like,
well, not only that,
they called you yesterday and you decided to go,
just all of a sudden, went in.
No, you've been talking to them, and so have you been giving us 100%? Have you been really trying? And I don't know. It just makes it really difficult. And I know that the NCAA is trying to put some parameters on these things to prevent from a bunch of transfers at crucial times, right?
Well, it's just crazy.
Are there certain windows that you can transfer?
I think
surely
no,
there are
I think
windows.
when the season is over, you can transfer up until the season starts. Like, I don't think you can enter. I don't know, but I don't think you can enter the transfer portal mid-season. But the season isn't including a bowl game. So once the bowl games were announced, if you're not, if you're at Arkansas's players, people are like, hey, I want to get out. And so now what I feel sorry for, not I feel sorry for them because they got so much money, but you talk about these people who sponsor bowls, and you may be missing 10 to 20 of the best players because they're either going to the draft or they're transferring and they're not playing. So now you got two teams playing who don't have their best rosters. Teams. They're not the same teams. And, you've got the people who are sponsoring all these bowls going, well, we don't want that bowl anymore. Like, we don't want that sponsorship anymore. So you may get into a little of that where companies are like, I don't want to do it. So I don't know. It's crazy. I'm excited about it. I hope it's good football. I want it to be good football. I don't want it to be, 40, 50 point games or any blowouts. At least I want the smaller teams. Like, I'm only cheering against one team, and that's Texas, just because.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, just because I'm already tired of hearing of how they came in and they had a chance to win it their first year, and I'm like, you played 2 competitive games, played 2 good teams. It was the same team twice, and you lost both times. Your Michigan win doesn't mean anything. That's like the Oklahoma State game. That doesn't mean anything. And then you look at the rest of the schedule, and they played the bottom half of the SEC, and they only beat us by 10. Like that's not a
Yeah.
recipe for success.
Yeah, it's never good when we lose against Texas. I hate losing. I hate it. But like I am excited that we got Alabama. Like that was crazy, you know.
That was wild.
So it's like you
Y'all may
get
have single-handedly kept them out.
you get little situations that you can hang your hat on and say, well, at least we did this. And so you have to take those, you take it in stride, you know that this is not going to define us. And so you utilize that in your own life, Jason. You know, this doesn't define us.
Always a lesson. It doesn't.
This doesn't define us, man.
No,
there's
it
something
doesn't.
better on the other side of this. We just it's something we got to go through. And once we get through it, there's something on the other side. Hopefully we don't continue this trend and we can become, you know, who we've always known we are, champions.
Yeah, you got to quit saying we, because unless you're talking about Arkansas, we're not talking about we. You talking about you.
I am talking about OU, but I'm also like I want y'all to be. I want the Hogs to be good too. I'm here, bro. I'm here.
You are.
I'm here.
You're here.
You know,
you and Wes can get on and talk about them Sooners.
And it makes me excited whenever y'all are excited. When you're excited, Jason, I'm excited.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm in a great mood
too.
I did get a little bit of a. So I got this bite on my shoulder, like right here, and it came up like the week of Thanksgiving, so like 2-3 weeks ago. And I woke up and my neck was like sore, and then I had this bite. And so at first I thought probably like a spider bit me or something like that. But it's like 5 spots. And Casey was like, well, maybe a spider bit you multiple times. And I was like, I know you can sleep through a spider bite. You know, I hear you get bit in your sleep and all. But 5 times, if I didn't wake up in 5 bites, like that seems crazy. That seems like I was really tired. But I was like, it'll go away. It'll go away. Well, it hadn't gone away. And it's like kind of painful. Like it's like just not really like to like move my arm or anything like that. But to push on it, touch it is painful.
Jason, have there been any other symptoms? Like, are you hanging from walls and stuff? Are you able to scale walls?
So the other day I accidentally did like this and shot webs out of my hand, which was crazy.
We may need to cut the stream, Jason. I don't think we're supposed to be talking about this stuff.
All of a sudden, it's just black screen. They're like, no, sir. So Casey was like, hey, I think you need to go get it checked out. Yeah. And so I go in and he like looks at it and immediately he's like, that's shingles. I was like, I thought shingles was, you know, big, like crazy and pain. Like, I mean, it's painful, but not what I've heard shingles is, like just debilitating. And he's like, it's just a mild case. It was like, it's just rare. He said, I said, what caused it? He's like, it's random, but he said it could also be from burning it at both ends and just finally crashing, and your immune system is just weakened. Well, yeah. When it happened, I'd been getting up early to go hunt, staying up late. We had family at the house. We had friends. We had 9 kids and 7 adults at our house from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They all left. My family came in. So aunts, uncles, grandparents, they stayed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, left Saturday. Her family comes over Saturday, leaves Sunday. So, yeah, I think it's just my body was like, bro, stop.
Give us a break.
Give us a break. So he called in something, but yeah, he was like normally, and he said that should clear up because it's not like wild, but it's like, yeah. So I thought something had bit me like this. Like a snake or something. But I feel like I probably know if a snake bit me.
Or maybe it was like a spider party. Like they were like, hey, I know the spot. Come over here.
All muscle. You're going to love it. Come here.
Shoulder. It's on the shoulder of town. You'll just pull up on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And come over here. It's a little cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Come over here and
everybody bite.
Everybody get a bite. Everybody get a little bite to eat. We'll dip.
Bring your own bite and then let's go.
Hey, so am I the only person when I hear shingles? Do you know what I think of?
A roof?
A freaking roof every time. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
You thought I had shingles hanging off my arm?
no,
You was
but
like, damn.
that's what I
He was like,
associate shingles with, is like scale, like something that's hanging on you,
yeah.
but that's
That's
not
why I
what
wanted to show it because I don't want people thinking that there's some kind of deformity that's like just growing off the side.
is a
But
growth.
Casey started like going, well, it's kind of like it feels like it's swollen right there, and I was like, damn right, it's swollen. What's up? I mean, look,
Well, I have been working out, and
I've
so
been known to lift a weight or two, but no. So he said you're clear, but he was like, hey, that'll, the bite or the not bite the marks itself, they'll clear up. He said you may for a little while longer feel like the tingling, but it wasn't like a tingling. Like right now, it's kind of a little sensitive, but not bad. The first day when I woke up, it was so painful. It was almost like when kind of like what a sunburn feels. Well, you probably don't know about that.
I do
I'm
though. Hey,
joking, but
so
like a
no, I
sunburn
do.
when it's like so tender that you put that cold aloe vera on it, but you can't even rub it in because that's what my back of my neck felt like. So I thought something bit me and like, it was trying to, but it wasn't
Have you
my
been
own body.
craving blood?
Don't worry about it, Tony.
Staying up real late,
Well, honestly, right
kind of
now,
wanting to stay away from the sunlight.
the light that you see right here, it's actually just a flashlight because I've got all the blinds closed in the house and I've really not wanted garlic. I've not wanted garlic in anything.
That's crazy.
So, but
Well,
yeah,
that's bro, I hate that, but glad that you were prodded to go, because I know, like, man, sometimes, bro, I do not like going to the hospital. I don't like going to the doctor. I feel like I can remedy it. I can feel it whenever stuff is coming on to me, and I try to knock it off before it takes me down. And so I hate going.
you know why
Um,
I hate going? Because I don't like the whole process.
that's what,
Like
yeah,
if some like say you're I don't know, you got something with your heart or it's something big. You can't just go to the big doctor. It's like you got to
yeah,
start off here.
and get
You
a
got to get a
referral.
referral. Then you get that referral, and then that place will call you, and they'll set it up. And from the time you see the primary care to the time you meet that doctor can be a month,
And
right?
everything's gotten worse.
Well, right. And then you take a month off from there and because you got to get a scan done. Well, that's the scanning place is backed up. So they can't, it's December. They can get you in February. So now you're 3 months in by the time you get it done. And I'm thinking I don't like how long the process takes. So I think that's why guys will wait until it's so bad that a doctor can go, you need to, yeah, that's bad. We need to
So
get you out of here.
just like Casey did for you, Tiffany she will schedule my doctor's appointment. And so we use like Google Calendar for everything. So we have a few different calendars, and we try to make sure she makes sure that everything's on there. That way I know what's coming up. We know what's coming up. I've started utilizing it a lot more lately to where I'm actually starting to put stuff on there, so that way it's not catching us off guard. But like, we use everything on there. And so I will look up sometimes, I have in the past looked up and had an appointment scheduled for myself. You see, I don't have glasses on. So I recently, let me tell you this, we started basketball season. We've started practice. We have not started the season yet. We don't start till after January, like but we started basketball. So Dex is 7, second and third grade team. Like, we got a pretty good team. I think we got a good shot. The team selection was super competitive, by the way. Like, I mean, me and the coaches, now we've been coaching for a few years. We know each other. Oh, it gets real. It's so funny. It's so
God.
funny. Like some of the kids, like, do you know this kid? Like, I'm mad that I didn't bring my son with me. Nobody brought their kids for the draft, and I should have brought Dex with
Is
me.
there a tryout, or how do you know what kids are even available?
That's what I'm saying. So we're only a couple years in. I've seen some of these kids, but then you like, like last year it was kindergarten, first grade. So I only knew, like, Dex was at the top. He was a first grader. So now it's second, third, and I don't know the third graders, and I didn't know the kindergartners before. So now
Mm.
I'm starting to learn these people. As we progress, I'll start to know them better. But it's cutthroat, man. Like, there was a couple kids that wanted to be on my team because they were on my football team, and And I made mention of it, and then one of the coaches cut me off, so I took one of his, like, you know, and man, it was
Yeah.
so good.
He was like, "Oh, y'all had that football team? That's tight. I'll take that one right over there." Yep.
Yeah. A little athletic kid. But so we're at basketball practice. At the end of basketball practice, had a good practice. At the end of basketball practice, I go up and Jason, I punched it.
Not gonna lie, I heard I punched him, and I thought,
No,
"Oh, y'all got heated. Y'all got real
because
heated."
this little kid was not
No, I
listening.
thought you were like, "Take my kid again," and I punched it. Like
No,
you
so
punched
I
it.
so
You dunked it. Huh?
we were at practice. I go up and I dunk it, and when I dunk it, the ball hits off the back of the rim, and it comes out and it hits me in my glasses,
Oh,
knocks
you
my
dunked it
glasses.
hard.
Yeah, knocks my glasses off. And I wasn't trying to dunk it real hard, but I like the angle that I threw it down, the angle it hit right off the inside of the back of the rim and
Don't
came back.
bullshit a bullshitter. Here, hang on, hold on. I'm gonna cut you off. 7 episodes ago, here's the advice that the one and only Tony with the keys gave me. If you want to gain a little bit more in your vertical, what'd you tell me to do?
You got to get lower.
You gotta get no. You said exaggerate. You
Well, yeah,
said
you have to
exaggerate the
exaggerate
dunk, exaggerate the so that you get a little bit more
the
lift.
whole motion.
It
Yes.
sounded like you exaggerated too much.
Well, here's the thing is, there it goes. Here's the thing is that, to be honest, I had, it's a smaller ball. Am I good? Okay. I had a smaller ball. So he's second, third grade. It's a size 5 ball. It's not like a full ball. So I could get up there and do a little bit more with it. So I went up there and I just, like I said, I wasn't trying to I just went up there and I did like this and I just kind of threw it in. Like I grabbed the rim, but I threw it in and it hit off the back, broke my glasses, come down. We never buy glasses whenever we don't need glasses. Some people probably do. Some people probably do. I don't. It's always whenever there's a catastrophe. I've broken my glasses. The lenses have shattered. Something bad has happened, and I have to now go get a new prescription because I haven't been to the doctor in a year to get my eyes done. And so I looked up the other day, and I had an appointment on my. I said all that to say I looked up the other day, and I had an appointment on my Google Calendar.
Well, it brings me up when you say that. We're talking about the doctor's appointments. When I first got into insurance, I worked with a lady and she was having a test done, comes back, she has a clot, like some kind of clot in her neck. And I'm like, well, man, that's a big deal, right? And she said, yeah, I mean, you could throw a clot, meaning it could like go brain, heart, or, I don't know all the details on it, but it was dangerous. And I said, well, what are they going to do there? She said, well, they're going to remove it or put a stent, whatever they do to fix it. And I said, oh, when are you going? And she said, 4 weeks. And I was like, you're going to go in 4 weeks? And she said, yeah. And I was like, but you could throw a clot at any time. And she said, yep. I was like, they can't get you in. And it just seems like it's stuff like that that's so crazy. And I get, like, I've never been to the doctor and thought, man, it's really quiet in here. Like, they're always busy. So I know that they're always busy, which is I get, but it's like I hate the whole process. When I think about something like if you get a weird pain in your side, I hate going. By the time I go in, it's gonna be like the car to the mechanic and be like, it's making this weird noise, and then you get there and it don't do it. I'm gonna get to the doctor. He's gonna be like, well, let's schedule you for this. And by the time that scheduled thing rolls around, it's not hurting anymore. And it's like, well, now we wasted all this money. Like one night, I went to the ER. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning because I had the worst food poisoning, and I knew it was food poisoning, but I couldn't stand up. Like I had gone and been in the bathroom so much that like my back hurt to stand up. I was dehydrated.
Yeah.
But it like kept on and kept on. And so we make a decision. Let's go to the ER. Mom comes over, she stays with the kids. We get like halfway there, the whole way there, I think I'm gonna be sick, like I'm still not feeling good. And then all of a sudden, it literally like we get to the doctor and I didn't feel great, but I thought
It's gone.
I'm good. Like I'm good. Like I've stopped getting sick, so like I feel better. Well, then we're in there, and like I got to get the IV, and they do like my blood work was abnormal because I had been sick, which is makes sense. And so then they wanted to do some kind of scan. I can't think what it's called, like on your stomach. That comes back normal. They let us go. We're there for probably like 2 hours, maybe, but $1,300 later for somebody to be like, yeah, you got a real bad case of food poisoning sucks.
Did they administer any kind of
I'm sure they gave me some like nausea stuff in that in my IV.
Do you feel like you could have weathered that storm without going?
100%.
Like you were on the other side of it. You could have weathered it. Could have gone
With
and got
food
something over.
poisoning, here's my advice. If you're going to go, you know it's food poisoning.
You'll
If you're
know.
going to
Yeah.
go immediately. Because if you can get to where you don't have to go through all of the stuff, then it's not that bad. But once you've like I mean, we ate dinner with all the family that night. Probably like by 6 o'clock, I started feeling really bad. I weathered it all the way till 2 in the morning, and I was like, I just can't, like, I can't do it anymore. I was like, as soon as we make the decision, we're gonna get in that car, and I'm gonna feel better. And I didn't feel better, but on the way there, I was thinking, I'm not getting sick. My stomach is
What'd
like
y'all eat,
settled
Jason?
down.
Did y'all eat steaks?
Well, for dinner, yes, but I was feeling sick. Everybody at dinner ate the exact same thing that I did, but I was feeling sick within 10 or 15 minutes of eating. Mine was from lunch, I think. There's a spot that me and Spoon like to go to, and we go there all the time. And normally I don't get lettuce on my food with it. And this time, that day, that one day, that's the only thing I've ever changed. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna put some lettuce on it. And I think it might have been the lettuce, Tony. I think the
Do I
lettuce
know the
got
spot?
me.
Do I know
You
the
know the
spot?
spot.
I know where y'all go. I
You
know.
know the spot. And
Y'all
so I
are
got lettuce, and it,
y'all are creatures of habit. You still do
yeah,
that. You still go
and
there.
it got me. And this was, gosh, this is probably, I don't even know how long ago, but I was just brutal. But then I got to the doctor, and then when I got the bill, then I felt guilty and I felt bad. And I thought, this is stupid. This is why I don't go. This is why guys just eventually, every guy's had a situation where he had to get a high bill and realized I didn't need it.
I'm not
Yeah,
going back.
no, you're not. Like, I'm not doing it.
I got some moonshine to knock out
Yeah,
anything that
I if you
like
got
I
Pepto,
am being
BC powder,
100% serious. Like I have a good jar and I don't crack it unless I start feeling like I'm about to get sick. And then I will crack it and I will put on so much clothes and I will lay down and cover up and I will sweat and I will wake up feeling like a whole new person.
the sweat is the best part. When you're freezing and you put all them clothes on, and you know, I just need to sweat a little bit.
It's
Like, this
coming
is it.
out.
I just need to
It's
sweat.
coming out. It's coming out of me.
Yep.
It's nothing like it.
What else is going on? How's the NBA season? I know you're a
Bro, I'm
Thunder.
loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving, SGA is killing it. No, I'm loving the season, man. So it's just fun. I'm not getting to watch as much as I want to, Jason. I'm really not. And it's just on my own. I get home and then I'm hanging out with the kids and stuff. And so,
What do you think
this
about the in season tournament?
I like it too.
I
I
hate the
really
courts.
do. Huh?
I hate
The
the
courts.
courts,
I don't
dude. They're
like the
so
courts. I don't like
somebody was like, it affected the visual quality the other night. I think it's not the Warriors. Somebody's got like the brightest.
There's several of them. There's several of
Yeah.
them. You know what? Like they ought to have courts that are TV approved and fields alike. You remember Boise? Like, man, their freaking field.
Blue.
Like, it's there's certain colors that
Well,
you
and
don't.
Oregon's basketball court. Remember all the trees? That whole around the whole outside of the
Yeah,
basketball court was
it's
trees.
just it's crazy. So, no, I've been loving the NBA, bro. I've been loving, watching these highlights, watching people do their thing. LeBron is still that guy after all
Yeah,
these years. I
he's
know that
got.
people are starting to say there's a decline, but
Well, you can. I think I'm just finally able to tell. I mean, he's still putting up stats. I'm finally able to see him like physically. There's so little effort sometimes that I'm like, he's doing that to conserve. Like they're doing that because
yeah,
he's doing that because he can run down, he can still chase you down and block you, but he can't do that every other play. Or by the fourth quarter, he's trash. Like he can't do it.
gassed
Yeah,
out. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That father time, bro. Father
undefeated.
time is undefeated.
Well, I've got a game related to the NBA that I want us to try to do. I feel like we have a lot of the same opinions, but there's going to be some I want to have a
I
good.
want to play the game, but before we go to the game, there was a conversation we were talking, and I asked you a question. I asked if it was stakes, and it made me think of, something about the stakes. It made me think of something about the stakes. It made me think of Do you eat your steaks red, don't you? Like they're almost
Medium.
running, aren't they?
Well, I like kind of I'm more like middle, but maybe middle right, like medium. I don't like rare but I like medium. So I want there to be some pink, but I don't want to hear a moo. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay. I'm well done. A well done guy. And so like I know people
That's
hate it.
hard. That's hard.
Every now and again I'll go medium well.
Let's see. Dad liked them medium well. Dad, every time I ever heard my father
My
order a
dad is
steak,
medium
medium
well,
well,
yeah.
medium well. And I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Well, it's just a little bit of pink." But then I got to where I was eating them, and I don't like when it's too rare. I don't think it's bad for you, but when it's too rare, it changes the texture for me. I'm
Yeah.
big on textures. So when you get that medium, it's still tender, it's still juicy, it's still really succulent, but it also has a little bit of that. It doesn't. If you go too far to the like well done, like you like it, sometimes it gets rubbery and it almost doesn't.
I know it. I know. You have to know. Like I can cook mine like a
Right.
medium, like a meat, like a high medium well, and so it's like
So
still got all the juices, but
yeah.
it's like cooked, and you
Well,
still
you get
like
the medium and you get that tougher. And if you
yeah.
go too far, then it's like rubber or like it's chewy. And that's why I like the middle, but like I want it to be more towards that, red side.
If I'm cooking for a lot of people, like if I'm cooking steaks for a lot of people, then I will try to keep it more on the medium side,
Do you know this trick?
just so that way I can. No, what is that?
Do you know? All right, so that's how you test. So if you're ever cooking for a bunch of people and you've got like, oh, I want medium rare, I want well, I want. So it's okay. So this is well done. So feel how much tighter that is, and then medium, medium, medium rare, and then this is just rare.
I didn't know that trick.
So I don't know if people want you touching all their steaks like that, but if you could get away with it and you just kind of, you can at least you can push with the fork
Yeah,
and tell without having
yeah,
to. Because sometimes it's hard to cook on like the grills you and I have. Now, if you're at a really nice restaurant, you can get them spread out, but on
yeah, for
ones we
sure.
have, it's hard to sit there and be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, bro, I just wanted to highlight that real quick. Let's play this game, and then I want to see what.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to cut the last 5 seconds because my headphones just shut off. So I didn't. After I said whatever I said just then, I didn't hear anything that you said.
I don't know what I just said, to be
So,
honest.
but I was saying they people, and I'll cut that out. But people that don't want you touching their meat or anything like that, it's just a way for you to poke without having to guess. Because if the grill is hot, you don't really know.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
may
yeah,
not know.
for sure. Without
So,
cutting it open and all that stuff. Like, so I, yeah, that's a good trick. That's a real
but
good
yeah,
trick. I like that.
that's old school right there.
I like that, man. No, it's like lunchtime. I haven't eaten, so I just wanted to talk to you about steaks for a moment. Okay, let's
I
play this
like it.
game.
I like
Let's
it.
play
All
this
right.
game, bro.
So what we got here? We're going to be ranking the goats of basketball. I've got it narrowed down here, and so we're going to go through this. The only rule that I'm going to make on this, we've got GOAT as the top tier. Then we got tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. The only thing on the GOAT level, you gotta have one from each position. So we cannot have multiple positions at GOAT. Or I'm sorry, we can't have multiple point guards, shooting guards, things like that. Okay,
I want to make this bigger.
that's what she said.
Okay, pop out view.
Yeah, you could hit F11 too. All right.
Boom. And then
All
how do
right.
I make this
So
bigger?
we can either go in order and do them because you can see who's coming up. Like you can see who's left. Or we can go ahead and go straight. We can go straight to who we want to go to. What do you
Okay.
want to do?
So what are the choices?
So top one is go, or the choices are we just go, we
No.
go through
Yeah.
them. So we'll start with D Wade first, and which I think that's how we should do it because then that way we at least get to everybody.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So first one, D Wade, shooting guard. I think he's a really good player. I think he's been a great basketball player. He's going to be tier 3 or 4 for me.
D Wade?
Yeah. Just because I can name from his position, I can name a few other guys that I think are better. I can obviously think of one who's drastically.
I'm putting D Wade as a tier 2 player.
Okay, why? You don't even do you want to agree to disagree and go 3? Because I was thinking like maybe even 4. I'm also positioning this as saying there's at least 3 other shooting guards that are better than him that would make me not put him in there.
Okay. So we can make him 3. But D Wade he's a NBA champion.
He is all-star, perennial all-star.
All-star, a walking bucket. Like he scores and scores at high volume, and he's a playmaker. Like I like D Wade. I've always liked D Wade. I like his game. I like his tenacity.
It brought him down a little bit with me because because of the whole trio and winning. I'm like,
he was there.
I know he was that, but I know he was. But I felt like he basically was like, I need y'all to come here. It's never going to happen again for me.
If like, and LeBron is my guy. Be mad at LeBron for that. But
I will. We got that conversation
was there,
coming.
and he was rocking, bro. He's
okay.
Beast mode.
All right. Shaquille O'Neal. You want to go first, or you want me to go? GOAT, center.
What's hard about?
All right. Look, I didn't know if you were one of those Wilt Chamberlain.
No, I'm Shaquille O'Neal. Or we'll get to it. I'm sure he's up there.
So Wilt Chamberlain, I'm going to say 3 at best. He holds so many records that'll never be broken, but I also feel like he holds a lot of records because he was playing. There was such a drastic, it's not his fault, but there was such a drastic difference in talent that he was the beneficiary of getting to play with a bunch of guys who were much smaller than him, much weaker.
But you can't fault him for playing in such an era. Like,
I don't fault him, but I don't know how he would do against Hakeem or against Shaquille or,
And see, that's where it always makes it hard because it's hard to put these people lined up next to each other
because you don't ever know.
Because there's different competition. There's different factors in it. So, okay, Wilt, I'm going to put Wilt at, what did you say?
Hey, you're back on today, so we'll go with your rankings. I'll try to talk you into what I'm got if we don't agree, but we'll go with what you think.
Let's take Wilt to tier 3 just for pure stats. For pure ability to have like dominated the stat list for so many freaking years.
I'll take that. The Dream. I think he's tier 2. I think by far.
Sure. Let's
easy. Okay. He changed the game for the big man. All right, AI. See, I think he's better. I know that he didn't win the championships. I get that. I think for the game of basketball and skill set wise, he was better. I like him better than D Wade.
Ivo, point guard, right? So bro, he's a GOAT, man.
You think he's the greatest point guard? So we're going to say he was a point guard because he also played 2 sometimes. But we'll go point guard. You think he's the best point guard?
Who's better?
Steph Curry. Tony, I know you're not sitting there thinking about whether Steph Curry's better than Allen Iverson. I think he's better. I think he's a better dribbler than AI.
Why am I like this? I don't like Steph. I like Steph's game. I know we have to be subjective.
But what's cool is you don't have to like him to realize he's got so many championships, so many records already.
Okay, you're right. So tier 2, if nothing else.
All right, I'll give you
tier 2.
I think he's tier 3, but we'll go tier 2. Bill Russell.
Oh, Russ Bus.
I mean, he's got the most championships of anybody. We've already got Shaq up there, so I think he's better than Wilt. Because I feel like I think 2.
So yeah.
All right. Bob Pettit. Let's see your knowledge on Bob Pettit. Let me give you some.
Yeah, give me some stats. Back up.
Let's see what we'll just do like career.
I can get crazy over here. I can get down nitty gritty too.
1-time NBA champ, 2-time MVP, 11-time All-Star, 4-time All-Star MVP, 10-time All-NBA first team, Rookie of the Year, 2-time scoring champion, 1-time leader in rebounds. He was on the anniversary team of the 25th He was the 25th, 35th, 50th, and 65th ranked best player. So he's been on all 4 anniversary teams. His number's retired by the Hawks, and his number was retired by the Tigers. He had 20,000 points over his career. He averaged 26 and 16.
Bad dude. Bad dude. But
I'm going to say we got to at least go 4.
I was about to say tier 4. Power forward, yeah, 4.
Next one, hard to see, Havlicek. Man, I'm gonna have to say 4 as well.
Yeah, let's go 4.
All right, Charles Barkley.
Let's go tier 5.
Oh, 5. You don't like Barkley?
I do like Barkley.
5.
I think there's better power forwards.
All right, Clyde the Glide.
We can rearrange this if we get down.
Yeah, we can.
All right, we'll do a final overview. The Glide, he was shooting guard, right? I like Clyde Drexler. I think that he would be probably.
He's clearly better than Dwayne Wade.
I was about to put him on the same line as Dwayne Wade.
Say it for the people in the back. He's clearly better than Dwayne Wade.
All right, you think same as D Wade? We'll leave him there, and then we'll go back and look, because once we get him up there, it may be easier to be like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Julius Erving.
I can't believe we only have Shaq up there. Okay, so for Jules is going to be he's a
I'll take 4.
goat, bro. He's a goat, bro.
A goat.
Julius
At
Erving.
what position?
We can only have the 5 positions up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at small forward, he's definitely not.
Where are you putting him?
I would say 3 at best, possibly 4.
It's Irvin. Dr.
Yeah.
J.
I mean, the dunking is what keeps him up there for me.
Just his style of basketball. So that's one of the things. It's like the style of basketball in that era was just different, man. And so I respect
It was.
that style. Okay, so let's go 3. That's always a safe bet.
Okay. I can tell on line 3, it's more of our, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but we also don't really know if we like. All right, next one is the Admiral.
The Admiral.
I think you got to go
2.
Yeah, for sure.
Tier 2.
George Gervin. I want to say small forward, but let's just make sure.
Yeah, he's small forward.
Nope.
Man.
Shooting guard, but he was shooting guard / forward, but he was a primary shooting guard.
Nice, man. Tier 4.
Yep, I agree. All right, Kevin Garnett. Now here's a guy I can't stand. Cannot stand.
Dope music though. I don't know. We got Timmy over there. Okay.
I think he's a tier 2 for right now.
Yeah, put him tier 2. Cause
maybe even tier 3.
Bro, I don't freaking know.
All right, Steph Curry.
I know where you want him. Go ahead, put him up there.
He may not be as good a passer as Magic, but other than that, he is better than every other category than Magic Johnson. And Allen Iverson, like you tried to freaking say a while ago. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Where you want him? Where you want Kareem at? I realize that we may like you are kind of skewed by the older, and I am as well. Like I have a different level of, I guess it's like that's why these are so hard.
Well, here's where I think I'm going to throw a wrench into what you're talking about. I think that Kareem has got to go on tier 2, and I think he's the only reason I say that is longevity.
Above KG.
Well, different positions.
Kareem is where he's
a center.
Power forward.
No, Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, he's a center.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. I think he's just.
Are you putting him above David Robinson?
Probably. He played so much longer in terms of, I think David was so good for so long. I think that Abdul-Jabbar.
All right, run that. I like it.
Was just better. So I'm going to put him here, and we'll put David at 3.
I like it.
Okay.
Run that.
Dirk. Dude, I think Dirk's got to be I think Dirk cannot be any lower than he can't be a 5, but I'm thinking he maybe could be a 3. We don't have a power forward in our 3s yet. I think that he could be one of the best. Okay. Huh?
Yeah, Dirk.
All right. Kevin Durant, 2. 1.
He's in a GOAT status, bro.
What position we putting him at? Small forward?
I don't know. That's what's funny about
Okay,
the GOAT.
we can put him there.
Our GOATs can be anywhere, bro. Our GOATs can be anywhere.
Well, all right. Well, let's see where we go with that. Karl Malone. You don't like them old guys at all.
I do. I like Karl Malone.
Let's see. We don't have a lot of power forwards on here, period. He never could win the big one, though. He never could win it, so he can't go above Dirk. I would say for that. Yeah, so I like that. I like 5. Here's where things are going to get interesting. Kobe.
GOAT.
Okay, so he's the 2, which you're going to replace that in the next 5 turns. But we can leave him there for right now if you want.
Why you say I'm replace? Oh, shit.
The GOAT is on the list still. All right, he's tier 2. I think he's we don't even have a shooting guard on tier 2 yet.
Is tier 2?
And on this list, listen to me. If he's not number 1, then he's number 2. Is what we're saying on this list.
I don't like this game, Jason.
I love it. I love it. Here's what we'll do. We'll get through with our starting 5. Then we can move people up at the end who we just think, okay, well, they weren't in there because of that. Okay. All right. Larry Bird. Easily a tier 2. What'd you say?
A tier 4.
You said tier 2?
Maybe a tier 3.
Stings. I ain't letting you have that one. We're putting Larry right there. All right, LeBron.
Put him on the top. Put him up there.
Jerry West. I'm saying 4 or 5.
Bad dude. I think 4. I think he can.
I mean, he does have the logo named after him, so it's got to say.
Let's go 4.
All right.
The logo.
Magic. I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah.
Second best point guard, and I think we could get kind of creative here at the end. Jordan. Don't even have to ask. Right there. Moses Malone. I'm going to say 4.
Yeah.
I'm a Rockets fan. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Scotty. John Stockton. I'm going to say 3.
Bad dude. I would put him at a 5. I'd put him with Carl. Let him and Carl work. I was a Supersonic fan back in the day, bro.
I think that's some bias on this this list, and we'll go over it here in a second.
I was a Supersonic fan growing up, and Supersonics and the Utah Jazz didn't jazz. They didn't gel.
Yeah. All right, Tim Duncan. Go up top. Yeah.
Go top. Go.
All right, Oscar Robertson.
Put him as a. Yeah, he can be. You think he's on par with Scotty? Yeah,
all right,
tier 4.
Let's go through it. All right, so the GOAT. So we got the point guard locked up, shooting guard locked up. There's not another shooting guard, so we're good there. We got the center locked up. Now, how do you want to do these 3? Because LeBron can play any of those 3 positions. KD could too. Duncan can only play the 4.
All right, let's drop KD.
So there's our starting 5. That's a solid. That's a squad.
Man, I can't believe Kobe ain't up there.
Well, let's build the tier 2 squad and go down, and let's see what the competition would look like. So we got.
I like on the top tier. I like LeBron at the 1, Kobe at the 2, or LeBron at the 1. I like Kobe at the 1. This. I like Kobe at the 1. Jordan like at the 2. That's.
All right. We can do that. All right. So then tier 2, Kobe or
put Steph up there with him. We can have a 6-man roster up top.
Okay.
Shoot.
All right. That's why it's hard. All right. So second lineup. Shooting guard. Oh, we don't even have a shooting guard up here.
You have Magic be a shooting guard. You put Ivo at the 1, and that's mean. And you put Hakeem and
KD at the 3.
KD at the 3. Shoot, it's too much talent right there, bro.
I think that you could do with this and substitute the
power forward and the center.
I think you put Larry on here so that way you've got as the 6th man.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's mean. The next line is mean.
So who's good? Gosh, we ain't got a point guard. D Wade's gonna have to be the point guard. Drexler at the 2, or Julius.
It's crazy.
Them two down low would be insane. Wilt and David Robertson.
Yes,
Robinson. That would be
towers.
The real Twin Towers.
Yeah. Dang, we dropped KG. Was KG always tier 3?
Nah, it was like this. I just
Are we
was
trying to
trying to see
fan
what
out
the.
6
I
man
was just trying to
rosters?
see what the start of. Yeah, I was just trying to see what some lineups would be.
Bro, it's a crazy game. Like, you got Stockton down there.
Yeah, tier 5's gonna have to take a couple people. Well, these are our list as we created them, anyways. So this is what they look like. But if we were making 6-man rosters,
Yeah, it'd be fun.
we could literally do that. We have the exact number that we need to make 6-man rosters.
Okay, so what you end up doing is tearing out point guards. You end up tearing out shooting guards.
Mm-hmm.
Tearing out power forward. You got a few players that can play a few different positions.
Oscars. Come down here.
Yep. And I would move.
Well, Scotty's probably gonna have to be higher than Dirk. Scotty be there 6-man. That tier 3's not a bad squad.
No, it's a beast. And you got to move KG. You wouldn't have KG down there with.
You think
Yeah,
this?
there you go. That's me.
And Dirk's
I actually like Dirk higher, but yeah, that's good.
Well, you could put Dirk because you got Pettit at the 4 right here. You could put Dirk right there.
Yeah, that's fire.
Those aren't bad. Not bad at all.
I don't know that I like. Yeah,
the top team. Nobody's
no dispute.
Nobody's touching that lineup.
Dispute.
Well, man, dude, I'm glad you jumped back on. Don't be a dang ghost. Come back.
Look, I'm here, and now that we're starting to figure these things out, you've got this new setup. I've been watching it, and I love. Like I said, I love it, and I think that we've got really the ability to do this whenever. Like whenever current events, whenever situations pop up, it doesn't even have to be long. But I'm excited to take this thing to the next level, this next season of our lives. And yeah, bro, I'm happy to be back talking with you, man, chopping it up.
Hey, well, I mean, we got playoffs coming up. We got so much things going on. There's going to be current events. The world is just crazy anyways. So we're going to be doing all kinds of things. You got to be back on. We got to get some other folks on. We got to talk about every nook and cranny that we can think of. But did you come correct? Did you come with a dad joke?
Yeah, I've just got to think of it real quick.
Okay. I mean, I can cut out this space. So don't feel, it's not live.
Gosh, I came correct too, and I can't remember it. That's some good. I got a bunch of them, bro. I just been collecting them, and now I'm trying to remember them.
You ready? I got one. While you're thinking, I got one. What do you call an illegally parked frog?
Illegally parked frog. What?
Toad. It's so great.
Yes.
So great.
That's good.
I got one more unless you found yours.
I haven't found it. All
right. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
8.
Tentacles. Oh, gosh, that may be my favorite part of the episode.
That's a good one. Bro,
all right,
I really do have some. I can't think of them right now. So,
well, hey, you have to come back then. You have to be on here more and stop being a turkey.
Gobble, gobble.
It was good.
It was awesome. I'm past it, though.
One more thing. Shut the dang door, man. Good to have you back. The team's back together. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the subscribers. Tony, we are over 320 subscribers. So it is growing. It is awesome. We appreciate the support, the comments, the likes, the shares, everything, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to go get the merchandise, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.